Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Adrian, and this is Always Talk Money. I like to talk money as it relates to everyday life, and today we are going to talk about the credit card crisis. And so, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. And I know it's not going to be fun, but we have to talk about this stuff. This is very important. This is Always Talk Money, and the always just doesn't mean when things are good. We have to talk about the bad too. So yes, we are in a credit card crisis, and without further ado, let's get into it. So firstly, I want to start here. Before we get into credit cards, I want to roll back the clock a little bit. Go back to 2020 when we had one of the highest savings rate that we've ever had historically as a country. We were getting stimulus checks and so on and so forth in quarantine, and we were saving money. Everybody was in amazement at how much money we were saving. Editor Adrian is going to put the savings rate that we had in 2020 right here. Thank you, Editor Adrian. And so, as you can see, we're really doing well. Now, a lot of experts were like, were people, contemplating life? Because there was a lot of contemplation going on during the 2020 virus. People were in quarantine. They wanted to reassess what direction they were going in life. And so we thought we were seeing a trend of savers. Well, unfortunately, that was short lived. And it's not because we turned back a corner and went back to bad habits. It actually is that we were saving because we were in quarantine and there was nothing to spend our money on. You see, America, we are a country of consumers. We have to admit that. If you want to solve a problem, you first have to admit there's a problem and go to the root of it. And the root of it is that America, we are a country of consumers. We consume, we consume, we consume. And I love to consume too. I like to go out, I like to spend money. It keeps the economy moving, it keeps jobs, and so on and so forth. So there's nothing wrong with that. But what we do is that we consume above our means. And that's why I have this channel to have these conversations, right? To have these conversations so we can do better as a community, right? So let's get into the numbers because the numbers are really not good. The recession is here. It's here or it's coming. Whenever they announce it, they announce it. But best believe the recession is pretty much here. And right now, because of the rate hikes that have been happening since last year, the annual percentage rate, the APR, that little part on your credit card statement, is up to 20%, right? 20% APR rate. That is insane. And I know I just scolded everyone about over consuming, but right now I have to admit a lot of those credit card balances and bills and APRs, that's coming from obviously the recession that's happening. Inflation is super high, and people are using these funds on credit cards to pay for rent, food, and gas, everyday expenses. All these expenses that have skyrocketed, right? And so the average balance on credit cards now are over $5,800. That's the average revolving balance for us as a country, $5,800. That's a Honda. Imagine everywhere you go in the world, at the grocery store, at the mall, at the shopping center, wherever you see people, the average person is carrying $5,800 in credit card debt. And that's according to TransUnion. So that's not good. We have to find a way to not rely on credit cards, right? Take odd jobs, side gigs, dog walking, whatever you have to do that doesn't rely on getting credit cards because it's just going to harm you in the future. $5,800 balance, and if you're making a minimum payment on that, that's going to take you 17 years to pay off at an APR at 20%, and you're going to be paying over $8,000 in interest. You see, that's not good at all. You don't want to be out here paying interest, making the banks richer. And the banks, they're going to be richer because of this, right? Because you have to pay all that interest that they're not going to pay that for you. They might give you some grace period. They might say, hey, we're going to not report this month on your credit report and so on and so forth. Whatever programs they're going to reach out to you with once they see that your balances are high, best believe it's not for your best interest. It's for their best interest. So the most prudent thing you can do is try to pay off these credit card balances as soon as humanly possible. And that means you have to work like a dog if it means you have to work like a dog. Because in the long run, you are going to be regretting it. And get this, According to TransUnion, 930 billion. That's a record for us in total credit card debt. 930, almost $1 trillion in credit card debt that we're carrying as a country. Can you conceptualize how insane that is? $1 trillion in credit card debt. And let's not even talk about the student loan debt. That's just, oh, I pray for people, right? So, yeah, that's not good. We have to do better as a country. We have to do better individually. And that's why I even have this channel, as I said, to help us to make better decisions. And that 930 billion was an 18% increase year over year from last year. And that was the end of 2022. So that's an increase from 2021 to 2022. We collectively accrued 18% more credit card debt. And what does that mean? It means things are tight, people are either underemployed or getting laid off, people are overextending themselves, and that's a part of it. We have to take some accountability. That nice apartment with the amenities, like, did you really need that? Did you really need to be paying $1,800 for rent? Did you really need to buy a house in 2021 and 2022 when everybody seemingly was trying to get their hands on a house to build wealth and so on and so forth? Let me tell you, a house is not a 100% guarantee to build wealth. You have to buy the right property at the right time, at the right interest rate, in the right neighborhood, and so on and so forth. But people went out here and just believed their realtor, who has a conflict of interest because that's how they make money. Believe their realtor, but yeah, your property's gonna appreciate 10,000% in 2 years in a cash out and you'll be rich. Now, get this. There were 202 million new credit card accounts open in the fourth quarter of 2022. That's not an annual number. That's in one quarter. And that was mostly led by Gen Z, which is adults 18 to 25. We are in a credit card crisis, if I do say so myself. So, totally, right now, we are at 518 million credit card accounts. If that isn't eye-watering numbers, I don't know what is. Average balances of 5,800. $8,000 in interest if you have a 20% APR and you're making the minimum payments. And that's going to take you 17 years. That's not good. And I know it's all doom and gloom right now, it seems, in this video, but I have videos on how to be frugal, what to do to prepare for a recession, side gigs and side hustles that you need to do, internet businesses that you can start. I have videos on all of that. I'll link some of those in the description below, as well as the Editing Adrian got you. He's going to put all that in there. Okay? Well, guys, this is the end of the video. Y'all be safe out there. Hang on. We're all in this together. I'm not alone. I'm definitely not rich. So, yes, I have to be prudent and budget and all these other type of things myself. I am not excluded from this. Even though I'm talking to you, I'm definitely not excluded from this, right? So we are a community. But until next time, guys, new videos Mondays and Thursdays. Thanks for checking your boy out. Leave a like on the video. Peace.